All right, welcome back, everyone. This is the Dungeon Master, and we are going to be streaming session 2 of Heroes Wanted. We rejoin Nicholas and Einjamin Shalemorn and their family friend Tristan Thavalur as they have just gotten done um, battling with a rat infestation of giant rats, including a diseased giant rat queen the size of a St. Bernard that had badly wounded and caused Nicholas to become diseased. They were hanging out at the Manticore's Tail, a inn and pub that they stayed at. It's a crossroads in kind of in the middle of a small town, and they had been staying there because they had received a message that they still have not been able to figure out who sent all three of them a message telling them to meet here. They assumed it was one of the other three, but when they all arrived, none of them had sent it. Then later that evening their slumber was disturbed by a guard who was badly wounded and came stumbling into the inn looking for anybody who was awake who could help, as he was wounded and his friend, his partner, was dying and still trapped inside the warehouse with these giant rats. So the party went to the warehouse, fought. Unfortunately, they were unable to save the guard before he succumbed to his wounds, but now they've cleared out the warehouse and are badly injured. They are technically still at the warehouse, even though the map shows them back at the inn. So before we do end up back at the inn in order to treat your wounds and all of that, is there anything that you guys wanted to do while you are still at the warehouse?
Uh, so I suppose that the rat uh, bit me on the leg or something, and I tripped and fell and hit my head on a crate or something, and that's what knocked me out. But we did determine that the guards were all dead, right?
Yes,
Yes.
very, very dead.
Okay. I sort of stand and yeah, no, there's nothing. There's nothing else to do here.
Uh, I, I don't know. There's blood and corpses everywhere. I was just cleaning. And Tristan starts walking back to the inn.
I go over to the torch that's on the floor, pick it up.
Okay.
Okay.
You can add one more torch to your inventory.
Oh, thank you. That would be one more torch that I'd be a torch I didn't have.
Yeah,
Uh,
and you just had to take it from a dead guard.
I
That's
look around.
adventuring.
I look around.
I'm a way ahead, by the way.
I look over
on the
at
street.
looked over at Nicholas. Should have got armor.
Oh, some damn fool ran off ahead of me. That would be you.
I thought we could help the guards, but didn't do any good, did it?
Too late for them. It's not too late for us. Let's head back.
The food is ruined in here. How much food do I think has been destroyed by these rats and by our attack?
Well, by your attack, not a huge amount, although each of the crates that the blood got in the food, the whole crate is ruined. But as far as the damage that you guys did, it's fairly negligible considering the amount of stores. However, um, the rats, it's untold amounts of damage. They've chewed through many of the crates and have been going to town on the stored grains and flowers and dried nuts and berries and other things that have been preserved and saved here. They've not only eaten a lot of it, but rats are very filthy creatures, and so they kind of just pee and poop everywhere. They don't care that it's on the food or anything like that. So, yeah, like there is an untold amount of damage, but just taking a real rough estimate. In fact, why don't you go ahead and roll investigation,
Okay.
which it will give you a much better idea. Well, give me a
This,
much better idea of what your character would know, so I can tell you.
this is not going to be a good roll. I'm going to tell you that. This is not.
No,
My...
it's gonna be amazing. Do it.
So, doing a real quick check and understanding that until somebody comes in here and really starts to open up every crate and go through everything, that you're not going to have a accurate estimate at all. You'd say
Okay.
roughly half of the food at least is no good.
Yikes.
And we're talking about the food was already scarce. They were already rationing.
Right. Nicholas? I think I've lost my purse.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I
Is that,
had
a,
it.
is that a euphemism for?
No, not this time. It's a literal truth. I think I had my purse in the tavern in the Manticore's tail, and sometime between then and now, I've lost it. I don't have any money.
Well, your room is already paid for.
Okay.
Perhaps, perhaps there will be some reward. Otherwise, you may have to come by some honest money.
Well, my money's honest.
Didn't mean it as an insult.
I'm really tired.
Tristan pokes his heads in. Are you guys coming or not?
Well, coming.
Think we'd best. We can look for your purse on the way out, but if it's not evident anywhere, then
Yeah, it's Tristan. Look around and see if you see a money bag anywhere.
I've already looked. Remember, it's not
Oh,
nowhere.
that's right. I'm sorry, I forgot. Right,
Let's just keep walking. We'll keep an eye. Maybe you dropped it while you was running.
Good, so using
Like a madman without his armor or weapons.
Look, I thought if we heard we could help the guards. He said that one of them was in trouble. And of course, when they got here, we didn't follow up on that, so they're dead anyway. And us too, almost. I'm sorry. It was stupid. I shouldn't have done that.
Just remember back to your academy training. It's be
Right.
prepared.
Right.
Yeah. Let's walk.
Well, I use the pike sort of as to lean on as I walk back to them and limp back to the Manticore's tail.
Oh
Yeah.
you got knocked out, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd say all of you are, fairly wounded. Tristan, the least so out of all of you, but all of you are wounded enough to where you all just kind of stagger and limp your way back to the Manticore's tail. As you approach, you can see the blood from the guard still staining the front walk and the entrance to the Manticore's tail. Entering through the front door, you can see Hervey completely passed out at the bar, while Hemet is busily yelling for Maddie to come and clean up all this blood before the paying guests start to wake up. As you guys are doing this, you have an opportunity to decide what you're going to do before you call it a night. You can, tend to your wounds, try to wash up, whatever you want to do. This is your opportunity. Otherwise, we're going to move ahead with the long rest, and then I have some questions for you guys to answer to help kind of build the characters' backstories and narratives.
Okay. My one question: So I was wrapping. You said there was an expensive shawl that the girl gave me that
Yes,
I was wrapping the guard's wound in, and then um, Nicholas healed him. Do I still have that, or did it go with the guard?
it went with the guard.
Okay.
I'm going to yell out to Hemet. Hemet!
Yes.
There's dead guards in the stores, and there's giant, diseased, dead rats. I think we cleared it, but
That sounds like
rats are the
somebody
food.
else's problem. My problem is all this blood you guys dragged in on my floor.
Hey, Hammett,
Yeah?
who's in charge of this little town, or whatever you call it?
I think it's called Lakeside.
Lakeside.
Yes,
Yes,
the
Lakeshore.
town
Lakeshore.
the town is
Something
called
like-
Lakeshore, and the person in charge is Lord Gerart.
Lord Gerhardt.
Gerhardt? Like a heart, like a beating heart.
Well, it's Guerart.
Okay. And remind us what it's night, but it's like late at night, like 12 o'clock or 1 a.m.
Well, now that you guys have had your little rat party, it's probably getting close to like 3 in the morning.
Right. Well,
Oh yeah.
I sort of very defeated and sheepishly and just absolutely depressed walk past everybody to the stairs and go up to my room and wash up best I can with whatever they have that's for everyone
Yeah,
to use.
everybody in their room has a small wash basin that it's just a large bowl of mostly clean water that you can use to wash your hands and your face if need be. It's definitely not overly sanitary or anything like that, especially if you've already used it this morning, but they do replace it every morning with fresh water. So, aside from whatever washing of your hands you've done throughout the day, it's mostly clean water.
Right. Well, I go up and I wash off. I examine my wounds as best I can, see if anything's bleeding, and look ruefully over at my armor, carefully laid on the sideboard of the room. Drop my weapons and just fall into the bed.
Okay. So you would need to make a heal check, a
Okay.
a medicine check in order to check your wounds to determine just how bad they
Right.
are.
Okay.
Or he can go to sleep and magically be all right tomorrow morning.
So, you are pretty sure that your wounds aren't that bad, and you just kind of splash some water around on them, and you're like, good enough, and you don't even wrap them or anything like that.
That sounds true to character.
Tristan turns to Nicholas. Well, it's kind of early right now. We should talk to the Lord Gerard tomorrow morning then. Nicholas?
I
You're
I
still
think we
awake?
definitely need to talk to the man in charge, so to speak.
It's 3 a.m. The guards are already dead and the food's already spoiled. I'm not sure how fast what it would do to go now than this morning or the morning.
Yeah, they're probably not awake. Let's heal up and be done with it.
Yeah, let's get to bed. Thanks, Emmett. Yeah, I'm gonna go up as well. Head to our room. See that nice cold tub of water that.
Oh, no, thank you! There's nothing I wanted more than to spend my whole night cleaning up blood you guys are dragging all over my floors.
I'm sure we'll pay you for it, Emmett.
I'm like, I already paid you enough today. And once I'm in my room, I strip off my armor and go to bed.
All right, so at this point, everybody can go ahead and replenish all of their hit points and um, spell points or anything else that has been consumed throughout the day. And then I just have some questions for you guys to kind of work out together in order to help build your backgrounds and everything. And I know, you guys had been eager to start talking about certain aspects of your relationship and all of that. And this is your opportunity to do so. But to kind of get the ball rolling, I'm going to ask each of you to tell one short story about your childhood growing up where you interacted with one of the other members of the party. So Tristan, you tell one story about Einjamin and Nicholas, and Einjamin one story about Nicholas and Tristan, etc., etc. You guys get it. So whoever wants to begin, you guys can work that out amongst yourselves and just go ahead and go around in turns, telling one story about one, and then the next person tells one story about one, and then when it gets back around to you, tell the short story about the other one. And we're going to do it kind of like, improv, to where we're going to try to roll with it as best we can unless it is completely out of character for you, at which point just kind of speak up and say, whoa, I don't know if my character would do that. And then we'll decide, how to proceed there. But just kind of try to roll with it. And yes, and is the big thing for improv, so whoever wants to begin, just kind of tell a little short story and let's try to build off of that.
So I went first last time, so someone else goes first this time.
Right, I'm up. So, I'll tell you a story of when I was young. It was a transition point for me. By my father, of feminine influence. That I'm gruff, but I've always been that way. I don't know that I'm overbearing, but I've always been that way. I grew up looking at a noble lord with, again, very little feminine, very little soft input, black and white. Upon meeting Enjamin, upon him coming into the world, and the two of us growing up, where we would encounter things together as siblings. He had a side of his personality, which I never did. A side of his personality that was somewhat more thoughtful, introspective. In my opinion, though, it came off as being deceptive. Upfront with who you are, upfront with what's in your mind, upfront with all things at all times. Of course, I became a paladin later in life, but things I couldn't understand his motivation. I couldn't understand where he's coming from. Once upon a time, some people which called us names. My father had fallen in stature in the community, and Some of the nobles were picking on us, and some of the commoners were picking on us. The two of us both. And to me, that meant that I should thrash them. His feelings were hurt. I don't understand feelings being hurt. How the thought of anyone else could matter. Might of might, by force of strength, by the power of will, life. Not through lying, not through magic. So, theme, going back to this being teased, understand why he's not strong, like father, like me. I can't, frustrates me to no end, still to this day. And it's one of the reasons that I went into the faith and learn more about people. I would never tell Injamin this, but even in my faith, I'm trying to understand weakness. I don't mean weakness, but I'm trying to understand weak people. Not weak people. I'm trying to understand people that aren't as strong as I am. I'm not that. I'm just trying to understand other personalities. And I'm hoping secretly that it would bring me closer to Injamin, but all it does is make me feel disappointed.
Nice. Nice.
Tristan, you next?
Yeah, I guess I'm next. I think the story I want to talk about is the first time Trista brought a friend, Nicholas, and his little brother to our manor.
Half brother.
I didn't know that at the time. Let's just say that. For I knew of Nicholas offhand from my sister Trista, that he seemed much like her, excelling in his martial studies, strong, raising above the rest of his classes and his peers. And I also knew he had a little brother, half brother, of course. Someone much more like me, being what I think is overshadowed by his other older relative. And I was quite excited to actually meet him. And so on the day, a nice weekend in the garden, I got to meet them. When I first saw him, he seemed like a scrawny kid. Not as built, not as tall, not as tough as his brother, of course. But, you know, he seemed all right. We got along, playing a bit, hitting each other with our sticks, and I usually got the upper hand. But I like to, teach him. Like what my sister taught me, getting up to snuff. I saw so much of him in me. And, man, this is tough.
It's all right. You're doing great. And by the way, this is not, required if you are having trouble and you'd like to, pass, by all means, we can.
No, I wanna give it a try. It's part of the backstory things as well.
A lot of times this stuff sort of comes, organically as you play. But yeah, it's good to. I mean, I always feel like it's best to just jump in with both feet.
So on our first meeting, and then subsequently in our academy days, it kind of, we kind of stuck to each other. I think he looked up to me quite a bit as well. And if that's true or not, that's what Tristan believes, at least. I think that's all I have for now.
You did great.
That's my first.
All right,
I'm sweating.
I will talk about the first time I really understood how far above me Tristan was when it comes to money. And it was, I forget, Tristan, are you ahead of me at the academy, or are we the same year?
We were the same year, but
you were the same year, but he got advanced.
Right. So the very first day at the academy, I got dropped off with a group of a couple of other students, and it was a sort of a supply cart that was coming from a neighboring town. I had ridden a ways to get to that with some soldiers or some men my father had in his employ, and then they dropped me off there, and I got on the cart with the rest of the supply runners and the other students, and we took the cart to the academy, right up to the gates. And they stopped the cart, and they had us all get off, and we had our proper papers were all properly signed and sealed, and each one at a time came in and gave their name and their paper and was let in. And while that was happening, this incredible group of just absolute gorgeous stallions came thundering down the road, and there was a man who was clearly some sort of very capable man-at-arms leading the group. He had a magnificent mustache that flowed down his chin into his beard and just looked absolutely dashing. He was clearly a member of the soldiers that the academy is known for making. One of the warriors that we all aspire to be by coming to the academy. And behind him were several men-at-arms who weren't quite as impressive, but still looked very capable, also on beautiful horses with bedecked with livery and livery, whatever that word is. And because even their manes and tails were curled, it seemed, and they all sort of came to a stop in just an impressive burst of dust. And in the middle of them was this boy, my age, who got off his own horse. He had a horse of his very own, something I've never, ever owned a horse in my entire life. I barely knew how to ride by the time we got to the academy. He already knew how to ride, and he had beautiful clothing, and just he got off, and like he'd been born to looking at him and looking at the man in front, looked like they was just like looking at two different periods of time. Like he was going to that boy who just got off that horse was one day going to be the man who was riding in front of it. And I looked down at my clothes, and I felt extremely embarrassed to be there, like someone had made a huge mistake. That's the first time I ever saw Tristan.
Mm-hmm. Then he turns to you. Oh, first time you saw him.
Yeah, that would be the first time I ever saw him.
Okay.
Were you gonna say something? You had said
no. This is gonna be. No, don't worry about it.
Okay. And then so back to Scott, Nicholas. Did you have something else, or it's okay. Like you said, we can move on, or you guys can bring up any other thing that you want to bring up. If there's another note that you would like to have made early on, so that can help shape some of the character growth, by all means.
Nothing's popping into mind.
Yeah, no worries. This is not a graded assignment or anything like that. We're not trying to put anybody on the spot. This is just an opportunity for anyone who has something that they would like said here and now to say it here and now before we move along.
I can go again.
Absolutely.
This is my profession is doing this sort of thing, so it's a little easier for me. But I would love if you guys could also say something more. This is very helpful in terms of sort of putting my brain in the space of the game. But Right, now I'll tell the story about when the last time I saw Nicholas before seeing him here at the Manticore's tail. This would have been... how old are you, Nicholas?
I was guessing. I think I put it at 3 years older than you, but it's relative, right?
So
It's old,
did you
it's old enough
graduate?
that I illogically think that I'm far older than you are.
Right. Did you graduate early or did you academy?
Graduated early, overachiever, went over to be a paladin. Haven't seen you since I left to be a paladin.
So you could have potentially left at like 15 while I was 12.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I know that you went to the academy.
So
and I know that that's about it. Like, I know you're there.
Right.
I know that you went there and you're fighting and you're probably going to fail. And
well,
I'm off being a paladin.
There were some moments there where it seemed like I would fail. You may not think that I was paying attention when we were training together back at home, but I was, and the tricks and things you showed me were enough to get me through quite a bit of the first few years of the academy. But when it came time to start working on the more cerebral aspects of it, I didn't do so well. I get very nervous, and I get sometimes I feel like I know the answer, but I just can't spit it out. I'm very, very bad at the various things that required writing and learning and reading of books and stuff like that. I picked up a couple languages, okay, but I was having a really hard time with some of the more difficult ones. And the academy prides itself as being not just a place to train warriors, but to train like the elite, not just great fighters, but great thinkers, great strategists. The very, very best of what humanity has to offer in terms of pitting us against the other races of this world that have their innate magic abilities and their innate abilities to withstand various difficult climbs and all that sort of thing. Humans, all we get is our diversity, and so the academy is set up to try and stimulate that. And so after the first couple of years of basic training of arms, they start to weed out those that don't have the mental capacity to really excel. And I was in danger of flunking out of that. And I came to you several times for help. And the first couple of times you were reasonably patient with me. That finally you told me that you didn't have time for it. And so you suggested, and this is going back now a couple of years, you suggested that I speak to our sister, my half-sister, your full sister, Michelle, who lives close by to the academy. And so I did. And we had a very long, so you were there. I told you later that she was of great help. We had lots of conversations, and so she actually was the rock that sort of I was able to latch onto, that helped me figure out, all right, what am I good at, what am I not good at, and how can I use what I'm good at to sort of work around those things that I'm not good at. And you're right, I'm very good at thinking around problems and coming at them other ways. So she was able to help me with that quite a bit. But it started, there was something very, very important that I needed to talk to you about on the day that you left. And I wasn't aware that you were going to be leaving quite, like, I thought there was still a few more days. But some things had happened, and I had wanted to talk to you about them. But again, you didn't have time for me. And you were with a bunch of other people who were wishing you good luck, and you had already had your eyes set on some lofty goal. And we started to get into conversation, and you were berating me as usual for neglecting various parts of my studies that you thought I should pay closer attention to. And then you started talking about a higher calling and the holiness of what it means to be a warrior of coming out of the academy, and how it seems like a holy charge. And all of a sudden, I began to sort of clam up a bit, and decided that, and then you wanted to know what it was that I wanted to talk to you about, and I said, no, there's nothing. It's just I wanted to wish you good luck and thank you for all your help. And I'm sure I'll see you again sometime. Safe travels.
So, just to jump in and with permission, I would make it to where what was going on was that Nicholas didn't realize just how much he was being fast tracked at first. And so he was taking the time to really help Einjamin through his early years at the academy. However, Nicholas was being fast tracked at a pace much faster than expected, and all of a sudden, either he realized on his own or one of the older, more venerated teachers kind of enlightened him to the fact that what is going to happen to Einjamin when he can't turn to his older brother with every problem and have his hand held as he, is given the answer over and over and over again. What's going to happen to him when he is put in the actual tests where you have physical combat tests and mental tests and, all kinds of, it's depending on what level they rank you at. It's a lot like becoming a Navy SEAL or, something else extreme like that, to where you are put through very rigorous and demanding training that will break you physically and mentally. And it became an epiphany of like, oh my God, if I don't stop helping Einjamin and make him sink or swim on his own, then he's going to be in the deep end of the pool by the time I'm no longer there to help him, and he is going to drown for sure. And so you had to make him self-sufficient, and so you were actually doing what you knew you had to help make him stronger instead of relying on you constantly.
Works.
That tracks very well. I like it, yeah.
All right. So, yeah, that was nice. I think that went really well. Does anybody else have anything they'd like to add to anything, or anything else they'd like to mention?
Crickets.
Okay. No problem. Like I said, just wanted to make sure that everybody had the opportunity. There's no right or wrong answer when it comes to, would you like to talk about anything? So
No, I appreciate that very much. That was great. I appreciate it. Thank you.
yeah, no worries. So
You guys too. That's great.
you guys want to go and see this lord?
Yep.
And how?
Okay.
So
Well,
is it the next day?
yeah,
It is
it is going to
I've
be the
also got to
next
find
day.
somebody to heal me. I'm still poisoned.
Right, and now that it's the next day, you have 5 points of lay on hands left again, and it costs 5 lay on hand points in order to cure any disease. Which I reserve the DM's right to say that there's diseases that can't be cured by that, but this is just the plague. You were just gonna get really sick and die. It was, it was fine.
That's not serious.
It's just the plague.
in a
Just the plague.
Just
DM
the
question,
plague.
is this the type of town that's going to have a healer? or am I thinking I'm on my own?
It's the type of town that is going to have a lot of like student healers, like people who have different. So you know how like today you have the people who swear by like holistic medicines, and you have the people who swear by faith healing, and you have the people who swear by only like science-based medicine, and like I am not going to discuss any of that further than those are three very different views on medicine, and we're talking about a modern society. So there's a whole lot of you know if she weighs the same as a duck, she's made out of wood going on back
Well, she
back,
should. Yeah, so I guess I'm going to go ahead and do
Yes,
it's
that's
not
best.
D&D. It's not Dungeons and Dragons without a Monty Python reference. It really. Thank you for that.
it is obligatory,
You
but
have to have one at least.
yeah, but it is mostly just to make sure that the reference and analogy is understood, as far as you know the thinking, the
So,
science
out of
is
out of
very
curiosity,
bad.
it just sort of out of the game here. If there were a situation in this town, where somebody was clearly wounded or ill or very sick, and a paladin walked up and put a hand on it, all of a sudden they were magically cured, that would probably be a big deal.
Oh, it's a huge deal, and you've been talked about like in this bar all night long. That's all they've discussed is how you healed that guard. Not you, but yeah. So when Nicholas used his lay on hands ability and verified that he is a paladin blessed with holy magic, that has been like a huge deal. And it's not the same as magic, arcane magic, as far as everybody's concerned. And a lot of these human villages and city states and all of that are not a part of the new empire, which is basically everything except for 4 cities. Um, they don't fall under the new empire's authority. That's what you guys are here to do, is like convince them that like, hey, look at all these awesome knights that we send you guys to like clean up bandits and other stuff. They'll build you a granary or a mill or whatever you need. Like, tell them what's up and make sure that they're fed and watered, and they're yours to keep. Yeah. So that they're basically trying to invade by like donating soldiers.
Okay, so we are up now, I guess? Yes, we're up.
Correct. You guys are awake, and now down at the bar, Hervey is still passed out, and Freitas is snoring in his chair, and Hemet and Maddie are cleaning up the blood, but still you can hear them occasionally looking over and being like, yeah, that's him, that's the one.
Do they not sleep?
They don't sleep on nights when people come in and bleed up the place.
Just to say, I do have all my armor on and my pack and everything. Because
Yes,
be
here,
prepared.
here. Yes,
Be prepared.
definitely. I put on all my belongings, especially since I don't have the coin to stay here again. So I gather all of my things. And I have to say that I have them on a character sheet that is not a part of Roll20. And it's nothing spectacular. It's all your basic, just adventuring gear. But at the moment, the only thing that is showing on my Roll20 character sheet is a torch. So I'll try
One
not
torch?
one torch, because I never transferred the stuff from the other character sheet over, but I will. But again, it's nothing. There's no crazy things it's all very standard, like the very standard like adventurers pack, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Let's grab breakfast and see and plan out what we need to do, I guess. I don't think actually this.
So not being satisfied, watching Maddie being woken up early to scrub up the blood on her hands and knees, you would now like to order her into the kitchen to make you some breakfast?
maybe like some bread. I don't know.
Look, I just want some coffee and some bacon, maybe a little toast. Then you can get back to cleaning up the blood. It just scoot.
I go over to the table that we were staying at before, and I kind of look around for a coin purse, and I sit down, I open my pack, and I take out some of my rations, and I just sort of sit and have a very sad and cold meal.
Yeah.
Tristan grabs some from yours.
So as you guys begin to sit down, Maddie kind of scowls and looks up at you. Does anybody motion for her to come over and take your order?
I actively avoid eye contact.
I'm focused on... No, I'm good. Nicholas, are you going to join us or just stand there in the middle of the room like a crazy person?
Trying to sit down.
Anjamin, just get off the floor. It's not here.
That's very...
It's only a few coins, whatever.
That's very paladin of him to stand on guard. Just hand on his sword, looking around. Almost Beefeater-like.
So what time of morning is this now?
This would be fairly early since you guys are all academy trained. Like I said, this is a very military, but with a focus on like military intelligence type of training. So you guys are all trained to, get sleep, get rough sleep, get little sleep, get no sleep, and still be able to keep going.
So I finish my food, and I kind of walk over to Maddie and so sorry about the trouble last night. I don't suppose you found a coin purse anywhere lying around?
Oh, yeah! Don't you know I found the lost fabled treasure of Midas, and I just came in to clean up your blood for the fun of it.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure if you pester the fellow over there with the tiny cloak, he'll be happy to give you some money for whatever trouble you've been through. And I quickly walk out the door.
Nicholas, where did he just go?
Where's he going?
Are you actually going out of the inn?
I am.
Okay. I guess we followed out. I throw a silver on the table and leave.
Oh, big spender.
It's silver.
Look at the big tipper here.
You want me to take it back? I will take it back.
She's not actually saying that.
Okay, because
Maddie's not that lippy. She's not super happy, but she's not that bad.
And before I round out, I shout to Nicholas, find out where Lord, what was his name? Guyheart is, and I'll catch up to Benjamin.
Okay. I walk out and I walk up to Matty. Blessed are all those who serve. Do you know where we could find the lord of this town?
At that, she looks at you, and she just kind of like nods solemnly and she tells you that everybody in town can point you to the cathedral, and you can't miss it.
Things of Torm be upon you. And when I return, if there's anything I can do for you, in faith, I shall. I walk out.
Okay. So you guys head into
Didn't
town.
give her much of a chance to answer there.
I don't wait for people to answer.
That's smart. Very smart.
Yeah,
Is there anything I can do? Bye!
Bye.
he wasn't
It's a
talking
noble
with
thing.
them.
That's like that's the nobility. Hey, if you need me, I'll be out of here. See ya.
He was talking to them, not with them.
That's fair. Very fair.
Fair.
And Einjamin is sprinting down the road crying for some reason, and
No, I just went outside. I'm making one last half-hearted attempt to look around the ground for my lost money pouch. I just didn't want to be in the room anymore with...
okay, just... And we just traveled in time and space.
Just one of the powers I have.
Is that a puppy? That is a puppy.
It is a puppy.
Okay, guys, so while we're walking there, what are you going to tell them?
Well, first of all, don't steal that puppy.
I am going to steal that puppy. I get what I want. Is there two of me?
Why is there two of you?
Because I'm that awesome. That's why.
I
Doppelgangers.
am gonna get rid of one of you.
No.
No, that was the real Tristan!
Oh, you have fell into my trap.
Yes. Now it is the evil version.
So,
Oh wait, it's the opposite version, so it's the good one.
Boo. That was a secret.
Not anymore.
So guys, just go straight up, tell them exactly what happened, and hopefully, we're not gonna get blamed for this.
So you guys walk into the town, and you find yourselves in the middle of the market. There is a fat, very large vendor who looks a little bit like Penn Jillette. There is a lone guard who is standing watch, kind of keeping the peace. And there is the woman from last night at the bar, kind of shopping at one of the stands, looking at some fine jewelry. And then there's also a very serious looking knight who is just over at one of the food stands, like street food, and he's just getting a bite to eat. There's a whole bunch of other people, but like if I were to populate the entire world with, dozens and dozens of NPCs, it would clog up the system.
Is that woman that's over there, is she look familiar?
Why don't you go ahead and roll wisdom to see if you can remember if that was the woman from last night? You did a lot of things. You went and fought some rats, and now having lost your money, you're flustered, and I don't know, your mind can play tricks on you. Is that her?
So this is not a wisdom save. We determined this was under skills?
Yes, skills, untrained check.
Unskilled, yes. Unskilled wisdom check.
Yes.
And it is a
I don't
Oh
know. You
wow.
know, like a lot of women look kind of similar. You know, like
I do
is
have that. I do have that problem. Yeah, they all look alike to me.
I mean, you know, long brown hair and like you're
Oh look,
used to men and
yeah, look.
being
There's a not male, and oh look, there's another not male.
yeah, you know, like all women kind of look beautiful and all that when you grow up in an academy being trained to go
Right.
off and fight and you're just surrounded by guys and all of that constantly. So you get kind of flustered, especially this one, you know, she has little tricks and all of that. So you're too flustered to stare at her enough and the same was true last night to really be able to tell.
Got it. Oh, perfect. No problem.
So do we see the citadel? Was it in this
The
center or
cathedral.
cathedral?
No,
Is
you
it in
you
the
don't see it just yet, but that's because Lakeshore is actually kind of clustered for a small town in the middle of a, you know, relatively less densely populated land than the area where you guys come from. I mean, for comparison, like you guys come from New York or Los Angeles, and we're talking about, you know, a very small city, but still a city. You know, pick any nondescript city across the USA, and you know it's one of those where it's not New York, it's not LA.
I think I'm going to do a translation. Think about Montreal or Toronto, and then think about Saskatchewan.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah. You know, like you have these vibrant, you know, centers of civilization that you guys come from, and then this is like very podunk, but it's still the biggest of the podunks, you know. So they have pretty good
It's the
shipping,
pod. It's the podunkadunk.
yeah, and so it's pretty densely populated for where you guys are at, and so all of the new housing that has sprung up, they've built directly over the ruins of what was once a very old and very powerful port city, and they just are building right over the top of it. So there's a lot of, like, as you can see by the market, kind of like makeshift structures and then quickly thrown up homes, and they just keep building more and more. And so it's all just kind of clustered in together, and you can't see the cathedral, but there's people all around. And if you stop and ask anyone, we can do that.
I'll go to the most serious looking person. I'm guessing all of yours are with me, or are y'all separate?
No, I'm sticking close.
I go up to him and is he doing something, or I just gonna say, sir?
He's looking serious.
Okay. Excuse me, sir.
He doesn't even really acknowledge you.
I'm literally in front of him. Is he just looking at me, or is he not,
He's
or what?
he's getting a plate of food, as I said. He's
I didn't
he's over
remember
he's over
that.
at the table, like helping himself to some stew and some bread, and he's paying the
I'm.
person for it. So
I'll just go to the guard then.
I mean, no, go bother him while he's eating. I like that better.
I'm sorry. I was asking, and then he's like,
So
just said
so
he's
no,
curious.
he doesn't acknowledge you at first, but you press on, and he turns and he looks at you. Yes.
I was wondering. Oh, what was that? A citadel? Caddis. God damn it.
Cathedral.
Cathedral. Can you point me the way to the cathedral?
Oh, new in town. And he just kind of motions his head off to the east towards the lake, and just shakes his head a little bit. He's like, he doesn't have time for tourists to come and bother him while he's getting his one meal break that he's going to get today.
It's freaking 9 or 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, and
How
he's
is
been
he
and
just
he's
has
been
one?
on since the early watch.
And, yeah, he wasn't at the warehouse.
Well, he didn't know what was going on at the warehouse. He's clear across town. You guys were on the outskirts at the inn where everybody stops as they're passing through.
That's fair. That's fair.
He's in here guarding the guys who have like tens of gold pieces worth of jewelry and other commodities here in the market. He's doing the real work. You guys are over there playing with mice.
There were rats. Let's be very clear. There were rats.
Giant,
And now the town is
very
going to starve.
diseased
and
rats.
just gonna- yeah. Yes, very diseased. I go and mention and tell them, got to head east. It seems like it's by the lake. Who would have thought Lakeshore has a lake?
I thought that it did.
I didn't. I thought it was his name.
Right. Well, okay. So he said it was to the east, right?
Yeah, to the
Correct.
east, by
So-
the lake.
As you guys are asking Sir Pierce, the knight, where the cathedral is, you hear the sounds of a puppy barking loudly and a young boy yelling, "No! Stop!" Suddenly, you turn and you see as
Sorry, you cut out there. What do we see?
Suddenly we turn and we see
you turn and you see as the puppy runs and dives into the sewer, and the boy runs and jumps in behind him.
Oh, god damn it. Dash it.
And all of a
By the
sudden,
way, there are now two of me as well.
and all of a sudden,
And now there's three of me. No, okay, no, there's two of me.
I wonder which is the bigger disappointment.
And-
it's
Oh, you.
And-
That was a low blow.
and all of a sudden,
That
an
turned bad.
NPC, a woman, starts screaming, "Oh my God! Help! Somebody! My boy!" And you guys can see the sewer is just big enough for a puppy and a small boy to squeeze through. None of you large, impressive knights are going to squeeze through there, especially not in your armor with all your weapons, your backpacks full of hempen rope and torches. You're not squeezing through that opening.
Oh, you had to get the torch, didn't
God
you? You had
damn
to
it.
collect torches.
I turn again once. God damn it. I head to the guard. Oh, is this the well connected to the sewer? I ask anybody directly. I don't know.
And
Around this area?
praying that the answer is no.
Right.
I don't want to go down there. Jeez.
I mean,
I know.
you would have drinking that water, so I hope that the answer is no.
I will basically go to a guard. Go to anybody. Where does that sewer lead to?
Out to the lake.
I kneel down by the sewer and take a good look. Is there like nothing to be seen, or can I see like is the boy stuck, or is
You can hear the sound of rushing water.
Can I see anything when I look in there?
You can see a outlet pipe spewing water from various drainage areas around the city into the sewers.
So is a lot of it connected to this, and then this part goes out to the lake, you're saying?
Yes.
Well, I guess we're going to have to do a bit of running. Unless the guards who are just like sitting there doing nothing and all that shit because they're too busy protecting, 10 whole pieces worth of gold.
Tens of gold pieces.
Tens. Oh, jeez. Gentlemen,
So the light from the court, from the marketplace is, the sunlight is illuminating a bit of the sewer.
Just a bit.
Just a bit. So there's within, like, is there any way to gauge how far down the sewer goes?
Like 20 feet. No, not even. Like 12 feet.
The kid just dove to his death. Okay.
Like 12 feet.
12 feet. Okay.
still dead.
But there's water and stuff.
Does it sound like heavy, like a torrent of water down there, or is it like a trickle?
It sounds like a lot of still water.
Like a lot of still water. Okay.
I have to ask, if we go to the end of where the pipe exits, we'll be able to get inside from there. Is there any other entrances?
Well, are you actually asking somebody?
I'm gonna try to ask the guard.
Yeah. So asking the guard, he says, yeah, there's a maintenance entrance that is never used because these are the old sewers from the old, empire, and we don't have the maps and we don't have the manpower to really get down there and maintain these sewers. So they just mostly block them off where they can, and the maintenance entrance is, and he shows you half a block up, and you go over and you'll see a little rundown building that has a barred off door with a hand painted sign that says no entrance, and if you enter there, you can get down to the sewers.
I turn to Sir Pierce. Since we can't, well, I confer with you guys first. Since we can't, do you guys want to do this, or should we go talk to the Lord?
No, we should definitely try to help.
Okay.
Again, next to the sewer. Hello down there. Is there anyone down there? You
just hear your voice echoing back off of the pipes, and
I heard a dog.
Yeah. You did hear a dog, and you do hear a dog. But it's all echoing. Like your voice and the dog barking is all echoing.
Okay. I turn to Sir Pierce. I don't know his name, at least. To the nightly serious broken person who's looks like he's enjoying his breakfast.
Yeah. Well, it's the one meal he's gonna eat in the next 24 plus hours that he's gonna be on shift. So yeah.
I grab him, knocking the food out of his hand. No, I don't do that. I tell him, I think you should send some people to the food storage warehouse. Seems like there's an incident last night, and I would go to Lord myself, but there seems to be another issue. Bye! And I run away. Not run away. I'm hoping he understands what's happening, because it's...
Nicholas, were you there as well?
I'm watching all this take place and just waiting to go to action.
Yeah. So, if you stuck around at all, Sir Pierce turns to you and puts his hand on his sword, and he's like, "What did he just say about an incident?" And then, pretty much you turn and you're like, "We're gonna go." So, because everybody else had already left, and so you're just left there.
Save the kid.
Right. Well, we heard that there was a commotion at the warehouse last night, and
Benjamin, tell him to talk to Hammett. Let's go.
Yes, talk to Hammett. Let's go.
You should talk to Hammett. Talk to Hammett.
You ran before, but now you're not to a small child and a dog getting lost in the waters.
No, I'm coming. We've got other things to do.
I'm sprinting to the maintenance entrance.
Yeah. So, all right, let me get you guys all together and try this again. Hopefully we don't end up with the evil clones from the other universe.
You mean the good clones?
Yeah. I'll be right back. I'm going to go get something.
I see no problem in this storyline. Nobody's confused. Nobody's going to get blamed for anything. I think it's going to be perfect.
All right. I'm going to Go get something to drink. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm thinking spiders, giant spiders. Oh, did we get any XP from last time?
Yes, you did actually. You got 95 XP each.
Huzzah!
Yay!
Because it wasn't enough to level
That's
up by
tens of XP, guys. That's tens
Tens!
of XP.
Tens!
tens.
Almost
Oh,
10.
uh-oh. Roll 20 timed out on me. My computer was like,
I'm
do you
on a
want to
blank
wait?
screen. It's blank.
Yeah, I switched over to a new screen, but it timed out on me for some reason. Come on, roll 20. I'm gonna try refreshing.
It seems like the whole. I'm not getting any
Yeah,
response.
me too. I'm not getting anything.
Other websites still work. Okay, roll 20. Let me launch the game. Launch game.
Ah, there we go, for me at least.
Sometimes a good old refresh will help. Roll 20 is
I'm
a
loaded back
fairly
in, but
good,
it's
server for online playing, but every so often I have a problem like this.
Yep.
What's going on here?
Roll 20 being roll 20, I guess.
Every so often, it's fairly stable, but right now I'm having an issue where it does not want to log in, so I am going to try something else here.
Should we all like log out and log back in?
I'm just getting. Oh, I'm starting to. Yep, there it is. My character sheet is up. Pretty good. Everyone's gone except for me. I guess I'm the DM now. Oh, no, he's back.
There was time. There was.
So close.
I fear for the day when Johnny Ringo runs this outfit.
Great movie.
I actually just watched that. Like, not even on Tuesday, I think.
One of
Such a
Val
good movie.
Kilmer's best roles.
Truly. Oh, yeah, it's amazing.
I stand corrected, Wyatt. You are an oak.
Oh, no, don't do this to me. Come on.
You got this.
Come on, roll 20.
Do we lose Nicholas?
I'm not sure.
I think he's trying to log in.
take a peek.
I don't see you. We don't see you on here.
Yeah, I'm
This
Try.
might be just roll 20.
kicking back out.
I don't know. All I know is that it is not loading the game for me. Oh, it looks a little closer to loading.
So I see you all on here, but it's still blank.
I'm just getting a loading.
Yeah, that's all I'm getting to.
Give it a few moments.
Same here.
So we have
Sean, tell us another story about your childhood.
I was born a poor black man.
Good jerk. Classic.
I love Steve Martin.
Yep.
I don't think he gets enough credit really because he was surrounded by so many other very, famous and hugely talented actors and actresses, during his time period that like his genius kind of gets lost in the shuffle with like Dan Aykroyd and others, but man, Steve Martin, that guy, he's awesome.
He's awesome. I think the Three Amigos being one of the funniest things ever.
Oh wait, something just clicked on Roll20 for me. Not sure what.
Oh man, this is such a bummer.
And my laptop's just grinding away, like it's really trying hard to do something.
Things were just getting good.
Did it have to be a puppy though?
Well, I mean,
Yeah. If it had been a chicken, we probably wouldn't have cared.
No.
a chicken and a small boy.
I don't know.
I mean, a kid who's stupid enough to chase after a chicken, I think deserves what he gets.
Yeah, but it's a puppy now, so.
Yeah, puppy is different. I mean, who hasn't chased a puppy?
Oh yeah, I mean, agreed. Some of the early adventures I like to set the hook with some very tempting bait.
I see someone just hit.
Yeah, I pinged.
Okay. So it's just not loading.
Why is it not loading your guys' characters now? Oh, hold on.
We can just roll and all that.
I'm just gonna pull you guys right in.
Got my character sheet. It's all good.
Uh, unless it's lagging and I actually did copy you guys over.
I don't see anything on here.
Me neither.
Uh, yeah, it's not copying you guys over for some reason.
What a theater of the mind is.
I almost would if it wasn't for the fact that I spend a lot of time making the macros and everything to make the visuals as good as they possibly can be for a game like this. So it'd be such a waste of effort.
So do you? I mean, I don't know. I mean, is it just a bandwidth thing? Is it?
No, there was something going on with the Roll20. It let me in now, but then it wasn't letting me copy you guys onto the map. Now I have re-copied your tokens, and I am trying to reload the map, and hopefully it works.
That dog sounds distressed. We gotta find him.
Uh-oh, and here we go again. Now it's having issues.
You say this happens often with Roll20, or is
No, it doesn't happen often, but every so often, all of a sudden, it's just non-cooperative.
does that mean your work is lost, or is it?
No, my everything is still there, but occasionally some of the stuff that we recently did as far as like a battle that just took place might be lost.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm back online. And I'm trying to paste you guys.
Oh, I see something.
Come on, I mean, if I want a TPK, I don't want it like this. Not like this!
Okay, so I'm in a stairwell? Oh, there you guys are.
Well, how else would you like to get down into the sewers?
I don't know, like elevators.
Like
I
a,
don't see anything yet.
like a Batman pole?
I keep forgetting. I mean, I see nothing.
I see nothing.
Yeah, I strike a torch.
I also cannot see. Man, what a
Wait,
bummer to be in the dark.
There's
God!
something.
Damn it! Every time.
I saw something just for a second. I'm like scrolling up and down, like trying to find.
Oh, I don't have torch macros set up for you guys. Okay, who lights a torch? Tristan?
I'll let a torch and hand it over to.
Oh, there I am. Okay, I see us.
You light a torch and hand it over to who?
Who doesn't? Who has a free hand? Because I have a two-handed weapon.
I also usually wield a two-handed weapon or a one-handed weapon and a shield. But I will hold my shield and I will hold the torch for now.
Okay. Because you see what's in front of us, right?
No, he can't see.
God damn it! I keep. Oh, you don't have the actual torch out.
Is there a macro for lighting a torch?
There is, and I don't know why it's not set up on your sheets, but it will be. There you go.
Aha! Oh, great. So I see the torch. I see the giant rat. I throw down the torch and I pull out a javelin.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, I throw down the torch and I leave. Well,
Nope.
the boy's screwed.
Should we roll initiative or just?
I'm sorry, we did everything we could.
Yep.
Literally, we did everything. Literally.
So,
Nicholas, are you with us? Are you seeing this?
I'm seeing a lot of black.
So I had to like move around. The picture is not automatically centering on the
Yeah,
map.
I got it. I'm seeing it now. Yeah, it was
Okay.
just tiny.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to go all the way in there.
it's a big map.
Right. Well,
This is our second day in town. My
I
second day in town.
dropped the torch, and I am readying my weapon.
Are you rolling or just killing it?
I'm waiting to hear what the DM wants to do.
I'm going to roll for initiative.
All right. Is there a way to get to the skills and all that without having to open up your character sheet every time?
You have
Yes.
to make macros for them.
And I'm in the process of doing that. I have it done for my 3.5 Pathfinder game, but not 5th edition.
I see it.
I'm
Got
sorry. I'm sorry.
No problem.
My true love is 3.5.
No problem.
Alice, are you there?
I like 5th edition. You know, it's a good game. I like 3.5 because it's a better simulation. You know.
I get that.
Nicholas, roll initiative.
Uh-oh. My oh, there it goes.
There we go.
Okay.
So it should be Nicholas first.
It will. Hold on. I just have to set it. Ha ha ha. So everybody, like last time, gets 300 seconds. If you fail to act in 5 minutes, then you fail to act in that 6 seconds. That's just how we keep combat moving along.
Got it.
Oi.
especially in a pay-to-play game, action economy means something.
Mm-hmm.
So we rolled initiative. What?
Now it's your turn.
I see. Um. Okay. Yep. Charge.
Wow.
Swinging your long sword at the giant rat in front of you, remembering how badly they bodied you guys last night, you run forward and slash this rat across the face, nearly chopping its head clean off. It dies.
Well done, sir.
Okay.
I sheathe my javelin and pick the torch back up.
Well, that was quick.
Okay.
So we just leave now? I think we're good.
Well, where's the puppy?
Right.
That wasn't the puppy?
I will try to move as quietly as I can, wearing my chainmail armor, and obviously carrying a light source. But I still want to try and move quietly to the T section with the torch.
I'll follow right behind him.
Okay.
Is it worth a stealth check?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, listen, if I only call for stealth checks when there is for sure something, then you're going to
Right.
know that there's for sure something. And if
So what you're saying is there's not anything right now.
I am saying there's not anything right now, but that's only because you get, one or two sessions with kid gloves, and then I come for your souls.
Well, I still roll 18.
All right. Now I am assuming that because I'm wearing the chainmail that's a disadvantage.
Chain
On
shirt or
stealth,
chainmail?
yes.
Chainmail. I think. Now
Hey,
that you mentioned it, I better check.
that's how you wear chainmail stealthily, though. The academy taught you very well. That's what you wear that
yeah.
cloak over it
Yeah.
for, to help quiet those links.
That's right.
Except I'm still better.
All right.
Not everything is a competition. But if it were, you'd be
I
winning.
am. Yes, I would.
I look this way.
I look the opposite.
Oh, you're not going to see much without that torch.
Right.
And I look that way.
There's nothing in this corner. It goes and bends to another turn.
Okay. So, which way?
That seems like a swarm of fucking rats. I don't want to deal with that. Do you want to deal with that?
Wait, what does it look like?
A swarm of rats?
Swarm of
Where is a swarm
Is that-
of rats?
Is that
right
what it
in the
looks like?
middle of there? Yes, it does. It literally says swarm of rats. And I'm like, no thanks.
due north.
Yeah, the very top. How do you miss that, Einjamin?
I am looking the other way. Is that the...
No, I'm looking at where you were looking.
Oh, now I'm looking that way. I guess we're having a little bit of delay in terms of who's looking where and when.
Yeah.
Right. Well, there's a swarm of rats up there.
And it goes all the way to the end. It's so far. This is a long pathway.
As best I can tell, which direction from where we are now was the sewer in which the boy jumped?
Over to the east.
So we've either got to go up and to the right, or down and to the right, or down and to the left. I suppose that would be.
No, down and to the right.
Down only goes to the left. Well,
But let's see if we can avoid the swarm of rats. I think that's wise.
then I'll head down then. To the end. And it's a hallway. Gas coming. Need some
Yeah.
light.
Is there a way to move the board without you having to use the side scrollers?
To
You
move
right
the
click.
board?
Hold
You
on
right-
to the right click and
Right
move
click. That would do it. Right. Oh, man, there's a major delay. Okay.
I use my mouse scroll and then shift to scroll left right.
Oh, that works too, doesn't it?
I just use the right mouse click. These are incredibly clean sewers.
This area of the sewers is slanted downwards. You're at the top level. It's very dry up here.
Okay. Should I keep going?
Well, my light doesn't seem to be showing up.
That's fine. Oh, god damn it! It's huge. Why is it so big?
That's what she
That's
said?
that's because Nicholas is lagging behind. Are you still there, Alias?
Yeah, let me scoot up. Try 2 again.
So I'm gonna recommend not going forward because this is like I don't want to deal with that.
What?
Well, so
Come on.
No, I really don't.
That's the fun one.
I does it see us?
Do a insight check.
Damn it.
what are you seeing?
It's what?
All right, I guess.
Right, I'm marching forward.
It's the fun one.
16.
Okay.
Please, why are you moving forward?
Because I can't see what you guys are looking at because I'm in the back.
It doesn't appear to have noticed you yet.
Okay,
You should grab Nicholas by the arm and stop
Nicholas!
him.
Get back. Get back. I'm pulling you back all the way back to the end. Both of you. Einjamin. Giant
Okay, right,
goddamn
Sui.
swarm of rats. Why do you want to go there?
Tristan, you pulled us back from the top. You pulled us back from the bottom.
Well, the top sounds much better now than the bottom.
I didn't know that the option was this.
Did you...
Well, I
I have really good night vision, and I just saw a big swarm of giant rats, not the little regular...
No. Just to be clear, this is the same tiny rats that the other swarms are made out of. This is just literally hundreds.
okay.
So many that they could probably kill you in one attack.
Tristan, did you
Let's
just
go the
say
other
you
way.
have really good night vision?
Yeah, I can see pretty well in the dark. It's
Just another thing I'm better than you at.
obviously.
I can sing better.
It's just good breeding,
I suppose.
And if you haven't figured out what it is, then whatever. Can I use a torch to scatter the swarm by throwing it at them?
You can try.
This is at the northern swarm. What do I roll?
Oh, the northern swarm? Oh.
Yeah, not the huge hundreds of them. Why would you? No.
Go mess with that one. That one was fun.
I don't want to make a new character. So what do I need to roll?
I'm sorry, I'm having major trouble moving my character around.
You should try using the arrow keys to move it. That might help doing it one square at a time.
So is this
It's
moving?
still very laggy.
Yeah.
It's like a second lag for me.
Mine is starting to lag a little bit too now. I think Roll20 is having server problems.
Yep.
Yeah, I noticed I have to be very deliberate. I have to like click and wait and click and
Yeah.
wait. That's why I was
That-
letting you guys go ahead.
That helps.
So, you are wanting to chuck your torch, but like, we're talking about a torch. And I don't know how far you can like chuck a stick in real life, but your character is strong and can chuck it pretty far. You're like, Brett Favre here,
What
but
attack roll with strength modifier?
but trying to hit the swarm of rats with it, and you're pretty far away yet. I mean, what are you, like almost 30 feet away?
I'm just like 10 feet from the entrance of the round room.
Yeah, cuz isn't the range on a dagger 10, 20? So, if you can throw a dagger, which is pretty good, for throwing
I can
20
throw a
feet.
hand axe.
Yeah, you could throw a hand axe.
I don't see where you guys are. I don't see the rat swarm or anything.
Further north. Keep going north.
He's right in
Straight
front
up.
of me. How can you not see it?
Well, it's a problem with the program.
No, it's because somebody can see it and you guys can't without the torch that you're holding.
I'm holding it. And I
Yes.
can see.
Yes,
I
but
can
you're not
see-
close enough yet. Soon you will be.
Yeah, move up. I'll move up. I'll throw my hand axe at it.
There, now you should be able to see it.
I am literally at the very bottom of the circle, and
Just move your character up all the way in the middle.
Okay,
See if you see
into
it.
the middle.
It might be so we can know if it's actually you or is it something else.
All right, I am now in the middle of the circle.
Yeah, you're literally on top of it. You should see it.
I don't
I
see
think it's server lag.
I don't see anybody. I don't see anything. I don't see any light from my torch. I'm going to reload.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I would do because I don't even see your character now. I'll be right back.
Oh, wait. Damn you, Roll20. Had to be today.
All right. Yeah, his character token just straight up disappeared.
Yeah.
Still loading.
He's right behind me. I can see it. Someone moving my character?
I am.
Oh, okay.
I'm just trying to ascertain what's going on here.
Yeah, and Atlas is gone. Alias.
Yeah, I do not see his token anywhere. I might have to grab it again. Which I hope I don't get. Oh, it's down here. He lagged out. There we go. He should be able to see once he gets logged in.
There you are.
Aha! That's better.
Okay.
Guys, if you, I'm sorry to do this at the moment. I need to take care of something here. I'll be right back.
No problem.
We'll give it a few minutes to see what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just hit the hay or bathroom.
But you wanted to try that cheese maneuver with throwing the torch in there anyway. So what you can go ahead and do is roll a attack with disadvantage because you're not proficient with torch throwing. And if you manage to hit their armor class, then the torch will land in the middle of them, dispersing them.
Would that giant rat swarm actually kill us in one turn?
Well, I mean, it could drop you to 0.
Uh,
All right, I'm back. So, like a swarm is just like a creature, except like we just do damage to it, and once we've done enough damage to it, it disperses.
Correct.
All right. I
does it know we're here? I'm pretty sure it does now.
By
Yeah.
by now it does, yes.
yeah. I guess I'll drop the torch where I'm holding, and I'll pull out a javelin and get ready to throw it.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm a stickler about this.
About what in particular?
You're dropping the torch you're holding.
Mm-hmm.
So
there's a torch icon.
so this torch gets set on the ground where you dropped it. Okay. And then I take your light off.
What's our marching order? Who's up front?
It looks like you are.
Oh, spectacular.
Thought you'd like that.
Why not?
Okay.
$17.
So I assume that you kind of toss it up into the room a little bit there.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Scott, are you here yet?
Yep.
Ah. Just waiting for you to roll initiative as well.
Woo!
Had to
God
click.
damn it! Every time, always above me.
Sorry, I had to click and wait and click and wait.
Go ahead. If you kill this guy in one shot too,
I think it's a swarm, so gosh.
That would be rather hard to do.
Just a
Roll
one
us a natural.
giant swing that manages to cleave through like more than half of them at once.
Well, what the heck? Let's find out. Rawr. Eh. Uh,
Nice.
okay, yeah. Sorry guys. I have to click and wait and click and wait.
So you swing at the swarm of rats, but unlike attacking a giant rat, where you can swing at its vital areas, the swarm is confusing, and you find yourself just hacking at a writhing mass of fur. You can't tell which ones you're injuring and which ones are escaping any kind of serious injury. To put it into mechanical terms, and I am not going to tell you this every time, I'm going to describe it as I did and allow you to figure it out, but to give you some insight so that in the future you can translate, you can parse my DM speak into the mechanical effect that I am describing. They are resistant to all forms of physical damage from piercing, bludgeoning, and slashing weapons. So you only did 6 instead of 12 damage.
Right. So it's like I'm trying to use my hand to swat a swarm of bees. I may hit some, but it doesn't really matter.
Right.
Well, it matters in the long run. If you do it enough, it will matter.
Yes, all you have to do is avoid anaphylactic shock and you're fine.
All right. Are you done?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. The done is so far back. Done.
Cool.
I hit done from the last time I rolled initiative. Did it come through?
It's not on here. There it is. Whoa.
I'm trying to be done. Am I done?
No, it's not saying it is.
Oh, okay, hold on. I'll do it.
Okay.
There you go.
Nothing for me.
Nothing for me either.
Actually, it looks like my initiative counter isn't working. Hold on.
Well, it says it's
Well,
my
I can
turn
see
now.
that Tristan is green now, so yeah.
Yeah. So I'll just do my thing.
Yeah, by all means.
17-7. And 11. I think that might have missed.
So the rats have a armor class of 10. So that hits.
That's 12 damage.
Okay. And so half of 7 is 3. And half of 5 is 2. So 5 damage. Yeah, we're just gonna have to do it old school because I'd have to restart. Oh wait, I have to restart it anyway. Give me 1 second while I restart my API scripts.
Oh,
We're going to edit all this up in post.
We'll see.
None of this is gonna make it. Yep, sure enough. All my API scripts were shut down. Alright, I think we're good.
I have no done button.
1 second.
There we go.
There we go.
And I'm done.
The swarm of rats, enraged at your attacks and starving, swarm towards you, trying to bite you.
Ooh. Ooh, no, they can go into a space.
Can you center me back on the map? I'm way off.
You're just in the bottom. I see you right there.
Yes.
No, I mean like the map, my screen map.
Yes.
There's no,
Yes.
just black.
There you go. And
There you go.
I know that says that they bit themselves, but that's because you're under them, so just deal with it. They miss. 10 is their attack against you. So your armor manages to keep you safe from the gnawing vermin that swarm up your legs and try to bite at any spot they can get at.
All right, I will. Do I need to step forward, or can I hit them from there?
Well, they're on top of your brother.
So they're like all over him. So if I attack them, am I going to hit him?
Well, there's enough of them on him to where, yeah, basically you're gonna deal some damage to him. Yes.
All right. In that case, I'm going to use the help action to give him advantage on his next attack.
Okay.
Groovy. Alrighty, gonna hit with the long sword. I think I aimed at them.
So
Nope.
you stab
Yeah.
at yourself?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
And
that's with advantage.
and as we covered, you. Oh
Oh, no,
yeah,
I
it was
didn't do it with
it was
advantage.
supposed to be with advantage. You're just rolling for a crit though because they have an armor class of 10, so you hit.
Okay.
So you're just rolling to see if you crit. So go ahead and roll again, but it's just to see if you crit.
Okay.
You can just push up in the chat and it'll repeat the
Alright.
last thing that you did. Okay, so you deal 5 slashing damage to the swarm of rats, and now you can notice that there are far fewer rats. There's only, a couple still trying to bite at you now, and the rest are just kind of at your feet.
Okay, back to Tristan.
So, it's still all over him.
Well, they're still on him, yes.
If I grab onto Nicholas and drag him a space away, I would get attack of opportunity, but Nicholas shouldn't because I'm forcing him to move, right?
I think it's just the movement, not.
There's there's this weird thing I remember reading. It's attack of opportunity is when you just move. But if you force someone else to move, they don't
Right,
take one.
right, which is like the pushing and all of that. It's to avoid the builds where you can game the system by like pushing somebody through somebody else's space and getting a whole bunch of
So,
free attacks
so
and
can I
all of that.
push Nicholas? Can I push Nicholas away from the swarm?
Yeah, I would rule that you could shove him and knock him backwards and hopefully, get him away from the swarm, yes.
What would I need to roll, good sir?
That would be your strength check against his constitution to like stay on his feet.
Wouldn't that be Dex?
Oh, yeah,
Or
Dex.
he could be
Well,
Dex
I mean,
or strength.
cause I was thinking about it like, you know, maintaining your center of gravity and all of that. But yeah, you're right. It could be dexterity to avoid it or strength to just power through it.
Also, this is without a word, so you just see me shoving you.
And Tristan is big and strong, and he's just shoving you all over
I
the
rolled a
place.
21. 18 plus 3. Still waiting on that thing.
Nicholas,
It's so laggy.
did you get that?
Elias?
Hello?
Sorry, I'm not. Sure.
This is lagging out a bit.
Are you waiting on your character sheet to open?
Waiting for the safe to come up. This happened to me last time too.
It's just not showing up for you.
Well, I can't find the little button. The little action thing.
Go to skills or it should be on the core.
No, it'd be the unskilled strength or dexterity, so it'd be under skills.
Hold on. Wait. Skill. Okay, I had to shift it over again. Sorry. Unskilled strength.
All right. So Tristan shoves you off balance and you go stumbling off to the side. The swarm of rats no longer is on you.
Can I use my bonus action to strike at them?
Well, first they're gonna bite at you.
I get that. Sure.
And I think in order for you to use your bonus action with
Yep.
the
Yep.
pole,
I need to do an attack action. Yep. You're right.
Right.
– 14.
Does a 14 hit?
No, it does not.
Then
So close.
yeah. Boo hiss.
Boo hiss. The rats laying there just booing and hissing at me.
No, they're hissing.
It feels like booing.
You can hear some of them. Boo boo, squeak.
Haha, boys and girls.
Oh no.
That's how you know they're truly evil.
I just lost this thing again.
It keeps moving to most likely the main token for the rat swarms.
Correct.
So it's going us to the center. So I'll just,
All
I
right.
see. I just have to zoom in and out a few times, then it magically came back.
All right. Is it my turn?
it's
Yeah,
the rat swarms.
Yeah, they had their
Back to me
opportunity.
again.
Now it's their real one.
And oh, there we
Nice.
go. Nothing.
Oh my god. This is horrible.
Why are they still rolling with advantage?
I can't get it to not roll 2d20s when it's an NPC. So it just always rolls 2d20s, and it's either the first roll if it's a normal roll, or if it's advantage or disadvantage, then you pick the high or the low.
Gotcha. So I just checked my
That's you.
character sheet, and for some reason it says that my AC is 21. I think that's wrong. I'm wearing chainmail. I'm wielding a shield, and I have the defense choice for first level fighter.
Chainmail is 15, shield is 17, defense is
It's a +1.
18.
+1 when I'm wearing armor.
Yeah, defense is
And then
18.
shield is +2.
And then what is your dexterity bonus? And chainmail allows for up to a +2, right?
I don't know.
So I think if your
My dexterity bonus is 2.
so you have a armor class of 20, I'll figure out where the extra one is coming from and fix it or let you know.
All right. I am going. So the rats are no longer on one of my fellow players, right?
They're no longer on your brother trying to gnaw through his armor.
Right. Am I flanking? Do I get a bonus on that?
Yeah, you guys are all flanking. You get advantage on your attack rolls.
All right. So I will zap at him with my javelin.
You're gonna throw your javelin? Oh, just stab?
No, I'm using it. I'm using it as a melee.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Nice.
Oh, and then you use the ranged one anyway. See, each of the symbols, the one with the arrow is the ranged, and the one with the two crossed swords is the
Of course.
melee.
Yes. No, I got it. So we'll say that I didn't throw it.
Yes.
I jabbed it.
Yes, except for it totally calculated that wrong then because your dexterity is different from your strength.
Shall I roll again?
Roll again.
I think you have to, which I'm sorry.
That's all right.
But it calculated it all wrong, and I don't feel like doing the math, so. All right, so you still get your 23, and you deal 2 points of piercing damage. Basically, you stabbed one rat.
Okay. One less rat.
Hey, that's how you take out a swarm, one rat at a time. And then now you guys can click done for yourselves again.
All right, let's finish this.
Please, Nicholas, please finish this.
Him.
Nice.
You swing your longsword at the few remaining rats, but you find it more difficult to hit them now that they're dispersing even more, and there is still a couple rats that are being rather aggressive
holding on.
left. Yeah. And then you can click done if you're done with your turn. I got that working again.
Okay,
Oops.
should be done.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah. So using your glaive, you take a wide arcing swing at the last 3 rats, and chop their little stupid heads off. Why does it? Oh, that's the pole end. I'm like, why does it say blunt?
I just do it. Yeah, I just do it automatically now. So I slash all three of them, and then I use my pole end and just make sure they're nice and dead.
Yeah.
Those goddamn rats.
Grind them into the ground.
Why are there more rats? Who would have thought rats in a sewer? That doesn't happen like that.
Yeah, you thought they would have just been in the warehouse and nowhere else. Okay, so unless you guys are gonna Halo this thing, we can move on. Or Fortnite. Fortnite does it too. I don't know what
I don't
games
know what you're talking
all
about.
gloat over your dead victim where you like dance on them and all that. I don't play first
You mean
person
like
shooters.
teabag them or something?
Yeah.
All right, I am going to put the javelin back and pick up the torch.
So east.
East.
So is there any aside from like the rats? Is there any markings on the ground? Any footsteps, like a child's footstep or dog foot?
No, but hold on one second. I need to get him the torch to where he can play with it.
Right.
You can carry this torch around.
Does anybody have any food with them?
Just the standard rations.
Yeah, adventurer's pack.
Okay. The torch is grabbable by anybody who would like to move the torch around.
Oh, that's fun.
Right, well, I'm still really lagging, so maybe somebody else should do that.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I can't see the torch.
I got it.
Okay, good deal.
I'll just take it with me in one hand and I'll throw it down. So guys agree to the right there. So there's no markings on the ground, footsteps, paw prints, anything like that.
well, I mean, there's all kinds of rat droppings.
You want me to do a
and-
perception check?
You can, but it's so obvious that you don't really need to. There's all kinds of rat droppings and rat trail. You know, like you can tell that there's a bunch of rats that have been around here.
But no footsteps.
Not like, but looking back, you don't even see your own footsteps really. Like everything's just kind of torn up and everything. There's not really.
I'll
Any,
lead the way.
there's not like snow or dirt or something that would show your footsteps per se. It's just stone
I'll
and
halt.
rat droppings.
So yeah, there's another one up there.
Do you think if we threw food that they'd follow that?
Give it a try.
Are you suggesting that the best plan of action is to feed the rats?
Well, if we could kill the rats, obviously, or we could get past the rats by getting them out of our way. If we throw the food in one direction, you said, I believe the DM's voice in the sky said they were starving.
Well, yeah, everybody here is, so you're gonna give the food to the rats?
Like a piece of bread.
It is not
During
your,
the entire
it is not
day.
your position to cast dispersions on my course of action.
Yeah, that's true.
Strange voice in the sky.
Just your conscience, just saying this could have fed one of the hungry children you passed by in the market.
We're trying to save a hungry child right now.
All right.
Strange voice in the sky. Do you hear that too, right, Nicholas? It's so weird. Very condescending too.
Very condescending. Fine. All right. So I can't quite see the rats yet. I will
Right
move
there.
up next to you.
And at this point, Nicholas is probably finding it strange just how far in advance Tristan can call out the rats being there.
Oh, I've noticed.
It's like it's not a big mystery, guys. I'm just better bred than you.
Everyone knows brown eyes see better at night, blue eyes see better in the day.
Yep. So want to give it a try with a little food?
Oh, no, I've had second thoughts.
Okay.
Best
Doesn't
to
notice.
sneak-
Okay. Can we do a sneak then on them?
No, I'm definitely... Well, I might be able to sneak around, I suppose.
No, I mean like sneak attack them. Just give them a round with advantage.
Oh, you mean a surprise attack?
Surprise, yes.
Like a submarine maneuver.
Indeed, yes. Or something like a card maneuver. We'll warp out, warp back in straight behind them, and bam.
Well, should we roll initiative? Or is there a chance to surprise the swarm of rats? Question.
You guys could, if you want to roll for stealth, you actually do get 10 feet of advance notice from when you see the rats to where they see you, other than the fact that they could see your light. But these are sewer rats, and the light actually scares them more than like entices them. It's not until they see actual like flesh that they could consume that they turn rabid and try to eat you.
Well, why don't we
Let's
try
do
it?
this. Let's do this. Yeah.
So if anybody fails, we don't get a we don't get a.
Right.
So and I'm rolling a disadvantage with the chain shirt.
All
Yes.
right.
Okay.
I just rolled a 13, so I might have just failed it.
Well, let's see. Let's give it a whirl. Quietly sneaking up on the rats.
No, it's
And
done.
get-
Look at it's done.
Boo! No, wait. I didn't mean to say that.
You're basically literally like saying that as you're going, you're hiding the noise from your chain shirt, but you're literally saying out loud, "All right, quietly now, easy, ball to heel, heel to toe, you got this."
And yet again, I do very well with my being sneaky.
I
And
just look at Nicholas. It's like, what are you? What's?
fine.
I'm a paladin, not a thief.
What?
Roll initiative.
All right, so now I need to not roll for their perception
Crap
because you
rolls
guys.
for initiative, but somehow I'm
Yes.
still there.
Wow. Somehow you.
Wow.
Oh, jeez.
Yes, it's finally happening.
I think Nicholas has been the first in like almost all the combat, at least in PC side.
I'm really eager.
I would like to bite you.
You can certainly try and most likely
Yeah,
succeed.
this no healing bit.
But it's going to get a opportunity attack first.
Oh my god, how could I have been so stupid?
Well, they are rats.
Takes 3 damage. Because it's half, I guess.
Yes. Like I said, I'll let you guys know what's going on the first, couple combats just to show you what I'm trying to describe to you. But then after that, I expect you to walk on your own.
I believe Pathfinder. I understand what swarms mean.
So, am I right in assuming that if
Oh, that's a hit.
Tristan, who's in the middle? That's Tristan in the middle.
Tristan.
So am I right?
It just tried to chomp at you, and don't you have like a 20-something AC? So
No, it chopped at me.
Yeah, no. Nick,
Yeah. Sorry,
I'm
you got
a
a 15.
I got a 15.
But am I right in thinking that if both myself and Nicholas took a step forward, we would be flanking the rats?
yes.
All right.
These are tactics they teach us at the academy.
They
Yes.
do.
When you go on one side and you go on another side, that's flanking. And in tactical terms, that is advantage. That's what they actually teach you in real life.
They do. Oh man. So you swing and slash at the rats, but once again, it just doesn't deal the damage because there's just so many of them.
I will attack with my javelin as a melee weapon.
Okay.
Sure, you will.
I believe you.
And this is an advantage because I'm flanking with
Yes.
Nicholas, right?
Yep.
All right.
Right.
And everybody is flanking as long as two people are flanking. You don't have to be flanking with somebody yourself as long as the opponent is flanked.
I think when you're surrounded by 3 guys, you're properly distracted.
Yeah, and when you're surrounded by 4 on all 4 sides, you're super flanked.
Super flanked!
Double advantage, plus 5 to damage as well. No, I wish. That's hit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, that hit. Yeah, and you deal more damage. You guys get it. You swing at the rats. There's a bunch of them. It doesn't kill as many as you thought it would.
Oh wow, first miss.
Yep. You swing your pole end at the rats, but they just kind of swarm around it. One of them kind of scrambles up it and goes to bite at your hand. Not right now. Just that's gonna
I think it's next turn.
right. Is that your turn?
Oh yes, done. Sorry.
Damn it.
Man, that's so weird. The map just shot off to the side again.
It's his main token. Every time it's somebody's turn, it focuses on the person's token. Oh, fuck you. Well, I'm down.
Ooh. Oh, wait.
Oof.
Wait.
That was with advantage.
No. No, I'm sorry. Well, they're gonna hit, but you only take 6 damage.
Lesser swarm.
Yes. You have bloodied it. It is
Oh, I'm so hurt.
it is no longer attacking you at full strength. There are few enough rats now to where that attack was only a 1d6 attack, but I rolled 2d6 because I can. Evil DMs
Okay.
do what evil DMs do.
Oh my god! Imagine what a giant swarm would have done.
You're a fighter, right?
Yeah, I can stick one.
Yeah.
I can heal myself.
Heal thyself.
Heal myself.
All right. Let's see if I can do something about this. Ye scurvy rats. Oh, well, maybe not.
Well, I mean, a little.
Minimum damage, still damage.
Chipping away at them. Yeah.
Same as before.
Nice.
God, that's some serious lag.
Yeah, Roll20 servers are having an off night.
Done?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yes, I'm done. We'll get there. We'll figure it out.
Yep.
It gets easier and easier every time.
And after that hit, I do second wind. And I heal for 6.
Hey.
Nice.
That was exactly what they did to me before.
Yep.
So, just asking now on my character sheet, where it says damage dice, I've got 1d6 for the javelin. And where I have it says crit damage, I have 1d6. So that means if I roll a crit, it will roll both d6s.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I did it right. Hooray!
Woo!
Is that your turn?
I just pressing it now. God, please don't.
And like
No,
I
you
said,
want- come
these
at me,
guys
come
are
at me, guys.
starving, so that's
Come at
why
me,
they
bro.
fight to the death.
Come at me, bro.
Oh, they are.
That's 1. It's 1.
It is.
Yeah.
It is one.
Damage is damage.
Chipping away.
You know what? I'm gonna regret that one day. I know it for sure.
Come on, brother. They're only rats.
Oh yeah.
That was quite a blow.
Oh wow. Oh yep. Oh thank God. Oh jeez. So, what have we learned today?
Well, I didn't think I needed to know the lesson any better than I've decided I really hate rats.
Yeah,
I-
it's.
I don't think we've got enough healing.
We're fine for now. Shall we continue?
Let's
Don't
move
forget to
forward.
pick up the torch.
I moved it forward.
Yeah. So, we have some time. I don't know how long any of you guys have, but I'm perfectly happy to run this until one of you absolutely has to call it a night.
I have 20 more minutes. What do you want to do?
There is enough time to get to the next thing and handle it.
Let's do that then.
So we're at the. So I'm conferring with you guys. So Benjamin, what you said we're going to the east part of it since we went down this way. We're here. Is it? What did you? What did we see again? There was a faucet and there is water going towards it.
I didn't see anything so much down. I heard water, and I heard a dog barking, but it was so echoey. I can't be sure. But it was definitely here. This to the east. Not here specifically, but in this area. This would be a good place to look, maybe for some dog tracks.
I see some pipes up here north.
And
Shooting water out.
as you guys are walking into this area, you notice that the water is about just under ankle deep, and
Ooh. Be careful where you drop that torch.
yeah, pooling up
Yeah.
around the drain pipe that is the drain grate that is no longer draining. It's like a hair clog or something going on.
From where we're standing now, is there any way to tell if we're close to where the dog and the boy went down?
No, it's very disorienting now being underground
I
like
hear it.
this.
I hear the dog.
Yeah,
Yeah, I hear the dog too.
yeah, the dog, you actually do hear echoing of like various noises, but it's very hard to tell what you're hearing. But it does sound like it could be a dog. But
Could I
also,
perhaps make a perception check to see where that sound is coming from?
Me too.
yes, but also you do hear the sound of rushing water coming from those pipes to the north as well.
Well, I mentioned there was water coming from the north.
Well, I'll make that perception check. Is it just a regular perception?
Yes.
19.
So you can tell that it came from further east.
Oh, nice too. But once again, just not up to my
Just
level.
not quite as good, right? No matter what I do.
Okay. To the east, guys. Nicholas, agreed?
Let's go.
I'll go up front again. And there's a T section.
Ah. This is driving me
North and south. It's still lag, I know. Do I hear the noise coming one direction or another, south or north?
Hello!
Are you seriously doing that?
Yep.
Okay, cool. That actually makes sense.
So as you guys are listening and testing everything out, you can hear from the north a low rumbling noise, and from the south, the sound of rushing water.
Rumbling noise?
Is there anything on the wall to hold on to? Or anything on the ceiling we could jump up and grab?
No, it's pretty smooth stone, and it's carved in an arch to make it more structurally sound.
Want to check the south first and head north?
So we heard the rumbling sound from the north and the sound of like more rushing water, or like the same rushing water that we've been hearing from the south.
No, just rushing water. You don't know if it's the same or not. You know, you heard other water coming from the north, but this is water coming from right over here.
I'll keep moving down.
We're going south? Alright.
Just to check it, then we can go to the weird noise, the most likely a monster that we have to fight.
No, I'm worrying that like somebody's opening like a sluice and we're about to be washed away. But Enjamin's not smart enough to think of that, so...
I guess I'm not either, and I see there's nothing here, and it's a dead end. Okay. Well, guys. Yep, other way.
Is it a dead end?
Oh, I just pressed that by accident. Yep. It just leads to a pipe.
It does.
Okay.
It just leads to a pipe.
Wait for me, guys.
Never. Oh, shit. Guys, watch out. Stop. Nicholas, get back here. Did you not see that? There's some big
What do
creature.
you
It looks like I
see?
just see a bit of it.
Can't see anything.
Well, you need to check your eyes.
I trust you, man. What is it you see?
I don't know. I just catching a glimpse of it. It's around the corner. Can I roll a perception check to know what it is?
Yeah.
It's gonna be terrible. Or not. It's a crit.
It hasn't shown up on my screen yet. Can't just take your word for it. No, okay. So,
Keep breaking up.
you can see that there is a large prehistoric reptilian creature with an elongated body and a thick scaly hide,
Someone flushed a gator down the toilet.
a long paddle-like tail, and a mouth with rows of sharp pointed teeth sitting open as it basks on the shoreline where the water meets the dry raised up cement around it. The water here is pretty deep, probably about knee deep for you guys.
Is there a way he could put the torch where it won't go out?
Yeah, you can toss it along the side and it should be okay.
Is it? Anjamin,
Yeah, and I can
know it's
see
like,
something now. Some type of green scaly platypus monster or something.
yes. So Anjamin, I know it's a bit confusing. It's these tunnels.
I see it. I see it.
Okay.
All right. This is the way we're going,
If you remember correctly, yes.
right?
From where
I
that
guess we gotta
drop
go by
was.
this thing.
Self,
What do either of you have a good ranged attacks?
I got my hand
I'm
axe.
good at it. I take out one of my javelins and I get ready and I look at Nicholas for an approval nod before I throw it.
How far away is 10? 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, I'm just out of range.
It's within range of my javelins.
Go right ahead. I'll be up front.
If I
I'm
go back,
going to. Is there like a defensive?
You can do it. No wait, is defense a feat now?
I think you can. You can't really.
You can do the dodge action.
You can do a
action.
dodge, right?
You
But
get the advantage on you.
right.
Hmm.
But that's. I mean, it doesn't really work quite the same anymore. So
Yeah.
the best we could hope for would be like a surprise round. If I chuck a javelin from right now, is it a surprise round?
Yes.
Right, I do it.
I'll ready an action for if it comes at us. I
Yep.
attack
Same
it.
thing. Get ready for initiatives.
Can I brace? No, that's a.
Is this
Yeah,
a?
that's what I was thinking too. Is like just some type of almost like I was gonna like set up a wall and just go into
There's not.
defense and let
There
you guys
isn't
lob
really.
at it.
There's not
but
really a
there's-
game mechanic to do that.
Yeah,
No, there's not.
So is this at advantage or just normal?
This would be at advantage if it wasn't for the fact that the crocodile is half in, half out of the water, and around the corner, so it's difficult to make the shot. So just regular.
Just regular. All right.
Do it.
Yeah.
All right, you throw
Alright, you
your
hit it.
javelin and strike the crocodile. Your javelin bouncing off its thick, scaly, armored skull. It leaves a gash, but it is certainly not down for the count.
I would think not.
Well,
I ready
Initiative
another
then?
javelin.
A ready in action for it comes in 20 feet. I throw a hand axe.
I suppose we should. Right.
I'm just gonna be ready to.
Well, so guys,
slice it.
I just want to point out here, if this is a prize round, that means basically we get to go before he goes. So if all you're going to do is ready, then we might as well just roll initiative.
Yeah, this is roll initiative.
I'm
Is it right, Tim?
gonna. I mean, I'm ready for him to come running at us.
Does anybody have another arranged?
No.
Okay. All right, then it's just initiative.
Oh man, map's bouncing around. Hold on.
Nicholas, roll low. Finally, for once.
Obviously, there's some evil magic coming over me.
And
I'm working on it.
Oh, okay.
I've clicked. There we go. Whoa!
Oh, god damn it. Do it.
I chuck another javelin at him. No, I don't. I'm going to ready an action to, as soon as he emerges from the water, throw it at him, because if I do it now, he will be at disadvantage, right?
Yes.
He'll have partial cover.
Because he's aware of you and has partial cover, correct.
Right. So I'm going to wait until I'm going to hold an action to throw a javelin when he emerges from the water to a point where he is no longer having partial cover.
Okay.
I'm, doing the same.
Okay.
I hold an action as well.
Okay.
Sweet Nicholas, what will you do?
Well, I was going to wait for him to come running at us. So
There you go.
Why don't you move up to a point where he would have to
Sure.
get out of the water in order to attack you?
Yeah, let me see. Let me see what my movement. Let me do a quick measure here. Yeah, man.
You don't have to go all.
If I run right up to him, then I'm blocking the view. So nobody
Yeah,
can
try
do
and
anything.
run to a point where, like, if he comes out, then right.
Zoop. I guess I'm done.
Well, now you would hold an action to attack him when he
Right.
attacks you.
I don't know how to hold an action though, so I just
It's
You
just
just-
you say it.
Say it.
okay. I'm holding an
Well-
action.
It disappeared.
The crocodile slips into the water.
I think.
I saw that coming.
It's too big to crawl up the little stream without us missing him. So
All right, it's my turn. I would like to see if I can make a perception check to see where he is.
Okay.
I think it's very unlikely that this will work, but you never know.
I wonder if that's the TikTok croc.
That would certainly make it easier to find.
Nice.
You see what looks like a log, but that you know is the back of a crocodile floating just below the surface near the middle. But then you also spot the crocodile that you threw the javelin at just above the surface, waiting by the edge where he was. He didn't go far, he just slipped slightly under the water to give himself better cover.
Dos Crocos.
So there's two.
Do you
shout
say that
out-
out loud there,
I
Benjamin?
shout that out. I shout out that I see two. Are they both technically within range of attacking?
Yes, because the water is so shallow here. Now that you are aware of their presence, yeah.
All right, I'm going to chuck a javelin at the one I threw at before, and I say, "There's another one in the room," and I throw javelin number 2 at the first one. Cool.
I think you have to move up
Do I?
from the. It's basically in the same spot. Looks like. So
I don't
it
have
has
to
cover.
move, do I?
It has partial cover.
Yeah, it'd still be disadvantage.
So
Yeah,
you
it's
can
a
move
disadvantage.
Hmm.
Is there? I don't know because he's under the water. Is there a way? If I move to the side so that he's not quite covered around is that going to help, or is it? Does he have the cover from the water? Or does he have the cover from the corner?
From all of it put together, if you move up around the corner, it's still going to be disadvantage because of him being slightly under the water, though. So
it's and disadvantage doesn't compound. It's just disadvantage.
right.
Got it. All right. So I might as well stay where I am. I will throw at him.
I believe in you. That's not disadvantage.
I told it to roll disadvantage.
Just roll one more time, and we'll
All
see
right.
if it hits. If it hits, you keep the 6 piercing damage, not the 2 crit damage,
Oh.
obviously.
Okay, got it. So this is just a normal one.
Yeah, you're also going to lose your ammo though, so you have to adjust the ammo count.
Yep.
There we go. Hits.
Hit +1 to your black bar to increase your ammunition.
+1 to my black bar.
The black circle on the left when you click on your
Not,
token.
yeah, not the brown bar, the black bar,
Completely different bar.
not the grizzly bar, the black bar.
Gotcha.
So you deal
Bar.
6 damage to the crocodile. Your javelin kind of hits it in the rear leg, kind of impairing its movement a little.
All right, I'm done.
Okay.
Bloody hell.
So
I'm gonna
right
get
here, I can still throw it. I can throw my hand axe now as I'm in range. Is it also disadvantage as well?
Yes, it is still disadvantage because of the water.
19, 8 slashing.
worth it.
That sounded like We Will Rock You.
That was great.
The
I
crocodile,
can hear the turning.
the crocodile is badly wounded and attempts to slip further under the water.
Well, boys, looks like I'm going in.
Oh dear.
Oh my god.
Yeah, finish that one off.
I believe in you. I don't think you're smart enough to prepare an action to grab you once you reach the water. Oh.
Well, that's exactly what it did do, except for the fact that now it has changed its mind and it would rather live, so it tried to slip further under the water. But Nicholas managed to get in there and hack it, driving his longsword straight into the back of its spinal cord.
We have been rolling pretty
As-
crazy.
Yes, this making up for the last week.
And
That's how you do it, boys.
the other crocodile wasn't like attacked, and it's still just like trying to hide, especially now that it saw what you did. It doesn't realize that it's been spotted.
But spotted it has been. I'm still in normal range for the javelin, right?
Yes, and this is
I
your
will.
last javelin. Oh wait, no, you picked
Let's
up your
see.
other one, so you should have clicked plus one more to your black bar.
Why did I pick up the other one? I have 3 javelins.
Oh,
I've
you
thrown.
only have 3?
Yeah.
This will be your last one.
This will
Oh,
be
Because
my
okay.
last.
you
Okay.
rolled twice.
So you,
Yeah.
I think all of the other ones are actually in the croc.
Well, he said the first one fell in the water. It like bounced off of it after leaving a gash. So javelin number 3 coming down the pike. Disadvantage.
Yes. The water makes it hard to aim at the croc and get a good hit on it.
Ugh, so close.
Sploosh.
Not really, actually, but still.
We need a different sound effect for that.
Yeah.
Sploosh. Wah, wah, wah.
Is that your turn then?
Oh yes, that is my turn.
Oh, don't forget to set your as to your character.
And Tristan moves up within 10 feet of
Did
this
I not?
monstrous-
Yeah, as Enjamin. Am I right? Were you saying that to me?
Yeah, it's saying Einjamin Sean, your
Yeah.
player name.
Oh, you need to change your character.
Ah. Got it.
I will
Do
swing
you have to redo that each time?
Yeah, I guess so. Not each
Okay.
time. Each time you reload the game.
Got it.
I'll take a swing at this crocodile.
Yeah, so it's kind of in the deeper water, so you have to walk into like almost ankle deep water to be able to reach it.
I'm in the edge of it, so isn't it 10 feet away?
Yeah,
So I can
but
still hit it?
it's in like knee deep water where it's at, and so there's water where you're at that's about ankle deep.
Okay, so I can still hit it from here. Is it
Yes.
this normal or?
It would be normal because you're using a melee attack.
Hit or miss.
You hit the crocodile's scaly hide, but fail to pierce it. The blunt end smashes into it, but doesn't deal as much damage as you thought it would.
God damn it. Well, that's my turn. Nicholas.
Yep.
Let us finish this thing.
See, hold on. Do a quick measurement. Yep. I hope there's not 15 more.
GM,
Got it.
and it's slash whisper, not whisper slash.
Yeah, that's in the welcome message too, Sean.
Okay.
I'll use
Right.
Discord. People are going to see what you say.
Yeah, people will still see what you say unless you use Discord.
Okay.
Oh, is that
All your whispering distracted me. Benjamin.
Yeah. Incessant plotting and scheming.
Again, the disappointment.
So you go to swing at the crocodile and kind of slip. You're not going to be prone or anything like that, but you are now in the deeper water.
Oh, I was trying to go over to where it wasn't deep. Drat. Oh, got a hit down, sorry. Well, I'm dead now.
And the crocodile tries to bite you.
Don't die, brother.
There's the man so far away in the back.
Don't die!
Oh man, all those years of training and being a prodigy pay off as the crocodile goes to bite you, but you deftly use your armored plating and chainmail to deflect enough of the bite to be able to slip out of its grip, taking no damage. I
Okay.
can't check Discord during the game unless you
So how if we wish to speak to you in such a way that the other players don't hear, how would we go about doing it?
you can whisper it right here on Roll20, but players will be able to see it later when they rewatch this.
All right.
So
Well, I trust you guys not to meta. It's not a big deal anyway.
Yeah, like I'm not meditating the other things I saw.
yeah,
Um,
and if you do it during the game, there's a delay and all of that, so you know it'll achieve the desired effect for temporary secrecy if you whisper it here. Yes.
Can I see any of my javelins?
Yes. Well, roll perception.
Right. Skills, perception, roll.
Yes.
All right, I do that.
I'm not gonna have you roll it, just to maintain everything. So, yeah, you do that.
All right.
Are you up here with us?
Can I attack with it this round, or do I wait till the next round?
Well, it'll take a round for it to bring it to you.
Okay.
But now they'll see that.
Well, it's under the water.
No, but to bring it to you, it can't attack with it.
I don't understand. Well, I'll
Is
tell
this
you
the
what.
mage hand?
I will just walk up with my pike,
Yeah.
since I've got range on that.
Yeah. Yeah, it can like retrieve it for you, but that's about it.
And we can see a spectral hand grabbing at a
Well,
fucking javelin.
not if it's underwater.
To get it to you, it has to be out of the water.
And you guys are all facing the other way, so you wouldn't have seen it. But
Sure.
Moot point. I will use the pike.
Yes.
So I'm standing next to Tristan and attack with a pike. Is this advantage or disadvantage?
It would be normal.
Normal, just normal. Okay.
Whoa.
Impressive. Wow. That's max damage.
What'd I do? Oh, okay.
You did max damage.
High score. Is that bad?
Is that a critical?
No.
Nope. Just a lot of damage. If that had been a critical, you probably would have finished the crocodile.
No, I have to crit for the story. What?
So
Nice.
close.
Yet I'll always have more damage than him. Just because of that last attack.
So, using your glaive, you slash at the gator, killing it, and it kind of turns belly up and floats to the surface. Real quick because Scott needs to go. You guys find Sean needs to go. You guys find what looks like the leg of a dog amongst
God damn you! I didn't care about
amongst the
kids,
bones.
but the goddamn kid.
Amongst the
I don't-
bones and other discarded waste of the crocodiles here. Apparently, they had fought over its body and torn it apart, and one of the legs went flying into the corner, and they hadn't found it yet.
Are you saying there was no way to save the kid and the dog?
I'm saying that you found what looks like the leg of what could be a dog.
I pick up my javelins.
I solved.
And we'll go from there next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll end it here. We'll start tomorrow.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
next session.
I just wanted to leave you guys with that so that all week long you can bother me and be like, don't you dare kill that kid and that puppy.
No, don't care about the kid, just the puppy.
Just the puppy.
Tristan is actually seeing the dog leg and he's on the ground going, no, you goddamn monsters, no.
Maybe the rest of the dog is inside one of the crocodiles.
I freaking take a dagger and start gutting it.
Indeed, there are many small animals, most likely rats, inside of the crocodile stomach.
I will roll a medical check.
But you do find a larger skull of what looks like a canine in one of their stomachs.
You really like dogs. I didn't know, children.
I hate you.
Why do you think he's such a good friend to you, Benjamin?
God damn it.
Oh, that was a good one.
Oh, yeah. That was
Walked right into that one.
Oh, jeez.
Walked right into that one. All right. Good night, gentlemen.
Good night.
Yes,
That was
good night.
great.
That was great. Have a good
Aside from
week.
Roll20 being weird.
Yeah, hopefully Roll20 gets their act together.
Yeah,
Yes.
they've promised that they're going to upgrade their servers. I'll see what happens, but for now, like I said, that only happens occasionally, so.
Yep.
That was
Good
great.
night. Good night.
Yep.
Good night, guys.
Take care.
And then I cast Presentation to get all this muck off me.
Damn straight.
I should have actually used that earlier. God damn it. Oh well. Hey, see you night. Good night, bye.
Bye.